Well, our next guest that you've already introduced is Chris, and I won't even try and mess with that last name because you did that so eloquently.
You want me to do it for you?
Can you?
Pawelski.
That's right.
Nice job. Very nice. Now you're just showing off. Chris is from the Miami Valley Crime Prevention Association, and we certainly appreciate you being here. You also have a side job on top of that as well, don't you, Chris?
Yes, I'm the Community Engagement Officer for the Dayton Police Department.
Okay, all right.
It's my main job.
There you go.
That's what pays the bills. So that's
well, thanks for being here, Chris. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the Miami Valley Crime Prevention Association?
Well, we're an organization made up of local law enforcement and local businesses throughout the Miami Valley. We're actually the oldest crime prevention in the state association in the state of Ohio. We were founded in 1975. Our primary mission is to engage citizens in crime prevention strategies, educate citizens, get them involved, and partner with them to help them protect themselves and help us do our job also.
Okay. How long have you been a part of the organization?
Since 2008.
Okay.
So just a few years.
And how long have you been on the police force?
Since 2007.
Okay. So you jumped right into this
That's
right
right.
away then. Okay.
Right.
And you come from a family, we were talking about families and families doing business together. You come from, you have a family history in this.
Yeah, my
family,
dad
right?
retired in Dayton Police Department back in 2003.
Okay.
So yeah, so I grew up around it.
Yeah, so it was just a natural thing for you
That's
to
right.
transition over here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, in both your roles, you protect the citizens of our area, and there are a lot of ways that you can protect them. But in particular, we're talking about scams, and oftentimes seniors are approached by either telephone call or someone coming door to door to see them. And oftentimes they'll call the police. They feel intimidated, they feel threatened, they're afraid, and one of the first calls that they make is to 911 or to the police officers. So what we'd like for you to do is tell us a little bit about some of the scams that you've seen. What are some of the most common things that maybe a senior will call the police for some assistance on?
The main thing that we see, particularly in Dayton, is people going around door to door trying to do yard work and then not taking no for an answer. So a resident, whether it's senior or not, may or may not need the service or not want them to do the service. And we have some guys that are very persistent, very adamant about collecting money for services they already may have done and things like that. So, and we encourage senior citizens as well as regular citizens to call us if anything doesn't feel right at all. Call us, let us respond. Most of the time that will get rid of the guy that's trying to scam them. They don't like to interact with us. So we encourage them to call us anytime, no matter how small the issue may be. Call either the 333 cops or the 911 emergency line, and we'll come out and see what's going on. We may not do anything, but that may be enough right there, just us coming out. So.
Okay. That's more of a deterrent. So if they're there, they're in the situation, they need help, your local police officer is available to help you. What about some preventative things? What are some things that they could do beforehand to try and deter this kind of activity?
Well, they can educate themselves, and that's what we specialize with the Miami Valley Crime Prevention, along with the Dayton Police Department. Chief Beal is real big on educating citizens and partnering with citizens because nobody can protect citizens better than citizens can. So we can certainly try to do our job the best we can, but the citizen holds the power to protect themselves better than anybody else. So doing little things, if they're going on vacation, turning the alarm on. A lot of people have an alarm system, but they forget to turn it on. And even if you're not going on vacation, if you're just going to the grocery store for 10 minutes, it doesn't take 10 minutes to commit a burglary. So turn your alarm on, pay attention to things. If a big thing with seniors now is email scams and telemarketing scams. If nobody's just going to call you up or email you and give you money for something you never entered in, something you were never a part of, somebody just random is saying, hey, we've got this bank account, you need to send us $10,000 and we'll send you 20, whatever the deal is. Those are scams, those aren't going to happen. So again, call us or call maybe a relative who is more experienced with internet or something like that, have them check it out. But certainly, again, defer back to call us. We can certainly help out in deciding whether or not that's an actual scam or it may be legitimate there. So.
All right, great. Your organization has an event coming up here soon. You want to tell us a little bit about that event?
We have our second annual Miami Valley Community Problem-Oriented Policing Conference. And what this does is, last year we did it at Stebbins High School. It's a regional event. We had 59 zip codes represented. which was pretty cool. We had a little over 400 citizens show up, all the way from 18 years old to I think the oldest was 93 or something like that. So a wide variety of citizens, and we provide training, and it's interaction-based training. So it's not just training for the sake of training, and it's not the standard or maybe traditional police training where we're the professional, you do A, B, C, and D. If you don't do A, B, and C, and D, then it's your fault. You must have messed up there. We try to partner with and try to implement problem-oriented policing strategies, which simplifies. Every crime, every scam has three things. It's got a location where it's happening, it's got a victim, and it's got a suspect. So all we try to do is simplify it down to that crime triangle and then get rid of one piece, whether it's lock the suspect up, have the victim refuse to be a victim, or just get rid of the location altogether if it's adding light to a back alley that's inviting to crime, things like that. So this conference is 100% free to citizens. They'll have the opportunity to take 3 different breakout sessions. We have 2 national groups coming in to teach. We've got the local FBI. We have 2 classes that they're putting on. We have a lot of civilians, experts in their field that we may not be the expert on. They are teaching a couple breakout sessions, and for entertainment, we're doing a taser demonstration, which everybody loves to see somebody get tased.
Bernard, are you interested in that? I'm thinking
the first
Bernard. Oh, I'm thinking more Bernard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we still need a volunteer, so if you guys want to volunteer.
Right.
Submit
But
a
yeah.
nomination.
But yeah, and then there'll be a cruiser display, a canine demonstration, and the underlying goal of the conference is to interact with police officers to focus on building a partnership in situations where they may not feel that they can come up to us. If I'm taking a call out on the street, that's not the best time to come start a conversation or build a partnership. This conference, every officer there, which last year we had probably 40 or 50 local officers, everybody there understands that citizens can come up to you anytime, and that's the perfect time to start building that relationship and then working together to not just prevent crime, but to promote safety and improve the quality of life where they live, work, or play. So.
All right, give us the details of the whens and wheres of the event.
That's good. I almost forgot that. It's May 19th. It's a Saturday. It is 8 o'clock. Well, it starts at 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Again, free lunch, free T-shirt, free goodie bag, welcome bag with a bunch of goodies in it. You can register online by going to mvcpop.com, and registration's free. If you register by, I think it's May 3rd, then you're guaranteed a free lunch. We're going to order extra, but just in case, make sure to get your registration in by May 3rd, and you'll be guaranteed a lunch.
Really get off your phone. She's already registering. She heard that free lunch part.
We were there last year. The BBB was there. It's a
Yes.
great event. It is.
It really is. We appreciate being involved and all
Yeah,
the
we
work that
appreciate you guys
all
being
the work
involved.
that you do, and your department as well as your organization to keep the Miami Valley safe. So, thank you for being here. All right. We were talking a lot about, what were we talking about, Tierney?
Senior scams.
Senior scams, of course.
Yes.
And we talk about, those people that don't know us, that don't know our family, that are contacting us. We've had the grandparent scams
Right.
that have taken on many variations where a stranger calls you pretending to be a loved one, grandchild that's been in a car accident or locked up in jail in a foreign country and they need some assistance. But there's also a group of people that you would hope wouldn't be in a situation like this, taking advantage of a loved one or someone that that they trust. And the most common people that take advantage of a senior is their own relatives, or not their own relatives. Let me clarify that, but someone that they know,
Yes.
someone that they know, and someone that they might trust. There's been attorneys who have taken advantage of situations, and it's been bankers who have caught it. The tellers at the bank store who have caught something seemed a little odd going on with the way that the money had been transacting within their account. What are some other people, some other things that we can put seniors on guard about? What are some other things that people try and take advantage of them? Other situations that you might be familiar with?
Aside from the lawn services that people may have, the home care agencies that people may have, and bankers and attorneys, it could even be just a simple email scam that's coming up. You see that just with things on Craigslist. A lot of the Craigslist scams that are up, where they just want you to send a few $100s. And I think seniors are more vulnerable to pressure, and they get pressured into things. And it could be anybody. You have to have a group of people that you can trust within your family as a as a senior, a core group, family members, whether it's your agency that you work with and you have a constant conversation with them, or whether it's your own family members, or even whether it's a neighbor, to kind of just have a dialogue with them, have them come check on you on a regular basis. I've seen a lot of neighborly love between neighbors, to be very honest, in the past couple of years. I've been very impressed with that.
Yeah, checks and balances are really important because as we grow, we do become more dependent upon others for things, and oftentimes there's someone anxious to help out, but not always is that person anxious to help out operating in the best interest of the senior or of your loved one. So I think what you said about having a good group of core people to interact with, checks and balances, are very good, so that people are looking out for each other, because we know that there have been family members who receive the checks from the Social Security pension supposed to go to the service of providing for this particular family member, and oftentimes they use it for their own gain or not necessarily in the best interest of that family member. So striking a good balance of surrounding yourself by people who truly care about you and about your interest. So, Chris, anything else going on in your world at the police force? Anything impacting?
Yeah, pretty much like we talked about earlier, the yards lawn service people, but I do want to piggyback on getting somebody that you trust, like neighbors. There's a lot of neighborhood organizations. There's, I think, 70 or 76 in Dayton neighborhood associations. Those are good to know, not just what's going on within your house, but to know what's going on in your neighborhood. And different perspectives aren't always bad. So just even telling a family member or a neighborhood association, hey, this guy came and did this, or I got this email, what's your perspective on it? And because like you said earlier, a lot of these scams are pulling at their heartstrings. They're emotional, and they try to get the seniors to fall for that. So just getting a different perspective on it. And I would tell them that the more you get involved with your family and your neighbors in your neighborhood, the safer you'll be. And that goes for anybody. I mean, that we tell everybody that.
Yeah. And your senior centers, actually.
Yeah.
The senior centers that are out there, Latham Senior Center, Hither Green Senior Center, the memberships are relatively cheap because they're a yearly membership, but at the same point, the core group that you can have there of people that really care for seniors, somebody going in on a regular basis, and if they suddenly don't see them, they're going to start to make the phone calls and start to check, or start to that other side of checks and balances to make sure that somebody's okay. So I would say senior centers is a very good resource.
Yeah. What if you have a senior in your neighborhood that you're concerned about? They've been very visible, but their activity starts to go down, or you start to see strange people coming up to their house. Just a change in activity. What if I, just living in a neighborhood with someone and I'm concerned about that? What do you recommend?
I would say the recommendation is to go in and actually check for yourself. I mean, a good person with a good heart is going to know what the treatment of somebody is going to be, and they're going to see, if they see that their diet and they're seeing potato chips all over the place, and they're seeing clothing that's piled up, and somebody that's walking out with the senior's TV, something's wrong. I mean, if it goes beyond what normal life is, you should definitely go in, check, get a hold of the family members, and if you can't get a hold of the family members, report it to the state, and make sure that that person is actually taken care of. Sometimes we just have to take that first step and make the push to make sure that these people are taken care of, and it's very important, and you'll get it back tenfold. That's for sure.
All right. Great. Bernard, Chris, thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
This is my favorite part of the show, because I get to turn things over to Tierney, and she gets to talk about all the wonderful events that your Better Business Bureau has coming up. You're going to be on the edge of your seat. You're going to be on the edge of your seat for this one.
Well, it's an exciting time of year for us, because every year this time we get ready for our Eclipse Integrity Awards, where we honor organizations, students for demonstrating integrity and just trust in the marketplace and in schools. We also honor one organization as our Torch Award. This is our third year, so we're excited about that. And this year is your BBB Centennial Anniversary, so we've got some events on Eclipse that's guaranteed to really excite our organization and just draw everybody in with us. Our Eclipse Integrity Awards is on May 8th. That's at the Sinclair Conference Center, and we just invite you out to come and join with us in the celebration and honoring these organizations and students. Also in May, on May 23rd.
Well, before we go there, I mean, I think it is of public record now.
Oh,
I mean, we
he's
have
just-
finalists. We have finalists. The judges have been meeting to
Absolutely,
select the winners.
yes.
But we can say, and I'll ask off screen who the winner of the recipient of this year's Torch Award is. Can't we say that here publicly? Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Do you know who it is?
Yes, I do. Do you?
It was a very hard and difficult
very
process
close,
this year.
yes.
And we had a lot of great organizations that were invited to submit information to be selected as a Torch Award winner. And Right Pat Credit Union
Yes.
has risen to the top.
Yes.
And they will be honored this year as our recipient of the Torch Award. They're very excited. We did some shoots with them this past week, and they had consumers and employees, all the way from Doug Fecker, who is the CEO of Right Pat Credit Union,
Right.
to everybody. So I'm just excited. As you can
I'm
tell,
excited
I'm
as
excited
well.
about it.
Yeah, they're very deserving of the honor. So we're
That's right.
excited to have them
Yeah.
there.
What other events do you have going on?
On May 23rd, we have our Maximize Your Brand seminar. That's in the morning. That's at the Sydney Inn in Sydney. So we invite you to that. And on June 11th, our annual BBB Night with the Dragons. It's just a time to come out with your organization and have a good time with fellow accredited businesses and charities, as well as BBB staff. So for more information on those events and other events, we always have something going on. You can visit our website at www.bbb.org